Then why are relations between Russia and Ukraine so hostile? Here's a detailed timeline explaining the whole crisis.
Ukraine gained independence after the collapse of the Soviet Union in 1991. In 1997, both nations signed a friendship treaty for 20 years. But peace in the region was short-lived. In November 2013, the then Ukrainian President Viktor Yanukovych suspended the talks over a political and trade deal with the European Union. Soon, thousands of protesters hit the streets demanding the president's ouster. In February 2014, Yanukovych was forced to flee Kiev as protesters stormed the presidential compound. 1 week later, Russia took control of the Crimea region. A referendum was held where over 95% of the total population voted to join Russia. But Crimea wasn't the only flashpoint. In April 2014, Kiev launched a military action against the rebels in eastern Ukraine. A month later, separatists in the eastern regions of Donetsk and Luhansk declared independence. Since then, more than 10,000 people have been killed in the conflict zone. In May 2014, Petro Poroshenko won Ukraine's presidential election and within a month signed the contentious EU trade deal, the same one that led to the downfall of former President Yanukovych. The then Obama administration in the U.S. and the European Union blamed Russia for the Crimea crisis and imposed sanctions on it, though Russia denied the allegations. The U.S. has given more than $1 billion in defense support to Ukraine since 2014. Meanwhile, fighting in eastern Ukraine continues unabated. The tensions between the two nations flared up again this year when Russian President Putin inaugurated a bridge linking southern Russia to Crimea, an action Ukraine termed illegal. Last month, Russia seized 2 Ukrainian gunboats and a tug with 24 sailors in the Kerch Strait. They were sailing between the Odessa port in the Black Sea to Mariupol in the Azov Sea. Russia has accused Ukraine of entering its waters in a pre-planned provocation, but Kiev denies it. After days of blockade, Russia last week partially restored traffic through the area. With Nai and Seth, this is Victor Ning for CGTN.